Welcome to another Two Pat's Taste Test. I'm Pat,
I'm also Pat.
and today we're going to try 5 different kinds of chips.
Why don't we start with the weirdest one of all,
Okay.
which I'm going to vote is this Pringles, which
Okay.
is buttered popcorn flavor.
That should be interesting. All right, so we'll put these down.
Pringles really do have a satisfying when you open the can.
No, it really does smell like popcorn. Thank you. Cheers.
Tastes like American artificial butter flavoring on popcorn.
I'd agree with the American bit. It tastes a bit like an American version of Twisties that I remember eating back in the day. I don't know about the butter thing. I guess because it's quite subtle, and then as soon as you bite the Pringle, the potato flavor comes through. So it's an interesting one. I don't hate it.
Yeah, I don't get popcorn. I do
Yeah.
get butter flavor.
Agreed. All right, next. So carrying on with the American theme, shall we go to the next American thing?
What do we got?
American pulled pork.
This is a Smith's brand chip, so made here in Australia. Smells like chip.
Yeah,
Funny that.
I can't even really smell the barbecue flavor, but anyway, cheers.
I don't get pork flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely doesn't taste pulled. But it is a fairly nice, mild barbecue flavor. Often my problem with barbecue flavored chips, which don't taste like barbecue, but whatever, is that they can be quite strong, and thus it kind of cuts up your mouth a little.
Mm-hmm.
This is quite a gentle barbecue flavor, which I guess is true of pulled pork in general. Pulled pork tends not to be strong on spicy or too strong on pepper. Not bad. I have no idea if this is still for sale, but if it is, I would certainly consider getting it again.
Okay. Actually, I thought the barbecue flavor was a little too subtle.
Ha! Well, you're like that.
All right, next.
Let's try another weird one. Let's try this orange Turrells, the orange packaging.
Okay, so this is Tyrrell's Worcestershire sauce and sun-dried tomato.
That counts as weird if you ask me. In chip.
Yeah, I've not had a combination like that before, so we'll see what that's like. I'm not quite sure what I can smell. I can't smell Worcestershire sauce or sun-dried tomato.
So these are our kettle chip. The pulled pork ones were... the pulled pork chips were a kind of a ruffled, ordinary fried potato chip. Pringles obviously were Pringles. It's its own category. And the Turrells, I think, specialize in
Kettle style.
Cool.
Cheers. Have you ever had Thins Light and Tangy?
Maybe.
Lay's Thins Light and Tangy? Because that's what that tastes like to me.
So another interesting thing is it's very obvious seasoning on the outside of that chip. Nice to look at. Unfortunately, my first reaction when eating it is no. No, thank you.
You didn't like it?
I like Worcestershire sauce. I cannot say it. I'm not going to try ever again. I like it in burgers and food, but the combination of it and sun-dried tomato on that chip doesn't work for me. I don't really get the... Well, I guess I am getting a little bit of the sun-dried tomato flavor there, but it's just...
Yeah, I don't think I get either Worcestershire or sun-dried tomato, but I do not hate the flavor, but that's because I'm associating it with another chip flavor that I'm used to.
Yeah. And if you like the tangy flavor, then that works out.
Okay. So shall we go for the next Tyrrells one? So now this one's a little bit more regular. It's a cheese and chive, but
Say its ridiculous full name.
yes, it's mature cheddar cheese and chive. So it's a little bit fancy.
Yeah.
Not so strong on the smell.
There are chives on this chip.
Yes, I could see those.
Actual chive color and shape things that may or may not be chives.
Looks like real dried chives.
We'll assume it is.
Okay. Cheers. I'm getting a lot more chive than I am cheese.
I'm getting the cheese and chive flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting a strong, mature cheddar flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Just regular cheese, which is what I expected, but not unpleasant.
You've had the Smith's cheese and chive, or cheese and onion flavor. What do you think of that one?
That has
compared to this?
That has a much stronger flavor. And there's only so much onion you should eat when you want to be around other people. This, I feel, slightly less likely to be offensive when everyone at a party has eaten it.
Mm-hmm. I guess chive is a bit milder than onion.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not a huge kettle chip person.
Okay.
I prefer the ruffly ones. Just more pleasant for me to eat. But I would eat those.
I like the kettle style chips, but I think because the kettle style chips are thicker, I think they need a bit more seasoning than the regular chips, or just by nature of the kettle chips, they're catering more for, I don't know, more sophisticated palates, and they seem to put less seasoning than I would like.
We have one more.
Even though it's one packet, it's actually 2 flavors inside. So this is part of Doritos Collide series, I guess you'd call it. This one is a combination of sweet chili and lime. We've also had, I've seen a version where it's ranch and some kind of other buffalo flavor or something like that.
Yeah, that one. The ranch was, regular Doritos ranch flavor, and the buffalo chips were, they beat you up in a dark alley, but combined they were pretty reasonable.
Yeah. So judging by the front, we should technically be able to easily see the sweet chili and the lime.
You probably won't be able to see this at home, but this chip on the right has quite a lot more red seasoning. That suggests it's probably going to be the sweet chili.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell that by smell. And this one has little flecks on it, but it's not. Again, can't really smell the difference.
Okay.
Let's start with the sweet chili.
Okay. Cheers. Definitely sweet.
Right, let's try the lime.
The second chip was definitely limey. Although, it seems a little bit artificial. But
probably.
It could just be because lime, if you turn it into dry powder form, becomes a little bit different.
So I appreciate that we could actually tell which was which, not just by sight, but by tasting one being lime and one not.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet chili, I guess sweet chilies do vary on how
spicy they are.
Yeah, and that chip, the sweet chili chip definitely has a bit of a peppery kick to it.
Mm-hmm.
A bit. I kind of want to see if I can't nab 2 and get them both in a bite at once. And when I do that, the lime just wins. I'm not getting sweet chili, but I am getting a fairly pleasant combination.
And there's a little bit of a kick at the end.
I think lime on its own is a little too lime.
Mm-hmm.
But when you combine them, it's pretty pleasant. I don't know if I'd be able to tell eating from a bowl, that there was sweet chili involved. But
and I guess that depends on, seeing as they're both in the one packet, I think you're expected to eat both at the same time. And I think both at the same time, they're okay.
For the one that tastes like what it says,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pick this because it totally tastes like buttered, like artificial buttered popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
If you get popcorn in the US and you get to pump the butter
Oh, okay.
on it, this is what that tastes like.
Right.
If you've had the buttered popcorn, the jelly beans,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
jelly babies,
Jelly Belly?
Jelly Belly, that's the one. Yeah, it's that same flavor.
Mm-hmm.
If I had that, I'd know that. I don't know if I'd pick popcorn, but I'd definitely pick butter. And that artificial butter flavor I associate with popcorn. So,
Okay.
my favorite, I think I'm gonna pick the pulled pork.
Okay.
It's a nice subtle flavor. Don't know it's pulled pork, but
That's
yeah.
a good flavor. Okay. All right. For accuracy, for me, it's I'd probably lean towards the Doritos,
Okay.
only because I could distinctly taste the lime and the sweet chili. I could taste something sweet, and it is chili, although it's not something I would associate with the sweet chili sauce. But yeah, I would go for that one as for accuracy. I think if I had experienced the buttered popcorn in America, I think I'd probably go for the buttered popcorn as well. Now, as for my favorite, it's a tough one because none of these are offensive, but none of them are like knockout must haves. I think if I were to choose, I'd probably go for this one. Only because it's a familiar flavor.
Yeah. If I guess just for context, what is your favorite chip flavor?
Potato chips. If it was a kettle style, I'd go for chili.
Yeah.
The kettle chip chili flavor is my favorite of those. If it was a regular ruffled chip, I'd probably go for cheese and onion or sour cream and chives.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm usually on the sour cream and chive side. Not Doritos, Smiths had this wonderful, like this Collide thing where it was half cheese, half garlic bread flavor. That was so good that when it started disappearing, I stocked up a 6-month supply of. Unfortunately, it's gone now. But so yeah, pretty much back to sour cream and chive. So because I'm not a big fan of barbecue flavors in general, this pulled pork is a really nice toned down barbecue flavor. So that suits me. The Pringles, I'd probably stick with sour cream and chives.
Yes.
But if I could get the buttered popcorn one for $2 again, I'd probably buy it. So, but yeah, of the regular flavors, that one it tastes like a cheese and onion chip, and it's Tyrrells or Tyrells or. And so, of course, it has a fancy name for what is not really a fancy flavor. And that's fine. It's all good.
So let us know in the comments below if you've actually had any of these and if there are any other of these Tyrrell type chips that have unusual flavors that you'd like us to try, or any of the Doritos flavors that you've seen that you think we might be interested in. Or even the Smiths one. I've only seen one American style themed chip from them, so I wonder if there's any others. Subscribe.
Hit the like button.
Yes.
And follow us on social media. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.